Hello YouTube, this is Magus, aka Magus Dragon, with another Transformers video review. And today we are going to be taking a look at this guy, Jetstorm. And this is the movie line's Ultra Class Jetstorm. And yes, he is a repaint of the Cybertron line's Jetfire. Now, right off the bat, I gotta say, I love this figure. Since the Cybertron line, I have wanted this figure, but I never had the chance to grab him. But now that I did, I am glad I got this figure. I mean, I just love it. He looks amazing, as you can see. He is an Ultra Class, so he does come with lights and sounds. Let me just show you. It has 3 sounds. One, when his butt, as I like to say, is down, he makes this raptor noise, like you probably hear on the Megatron figure from the movie line. I don't know, since I don't have it. And when his butt is on his back, like this, it makes this. And using the Cyber Planet key, you insert it, hold on, because he likes to roll, and doing this one-handed is kind of hard. Inserting the Cyber Planet key pops this up and extends this part a little bit, and then you get this sound, while having the Cyber Planet key still in its slot. Now to me, this sound would sound better when the butt is down. And as like I showed you, if you didn't have the Cyber Planet key, this sounds a whole lot better with this up and this extended. I don't know if the Raptor sound would, or the Raptor sound might sound better. Probably, because it's probably like an ion cannon or something. But anyway, that's his lights and sounds. Now I do have some problems with this figure in his vehicle mode. One is, of course, you see his exposed head right up here. I wish they could have covered it up a little bit better, but it's kind of fine. The next problem I have, and this is probably just my figure, is his weapons. You can store his weapons right here on these panels underneath. The only problem is, let me show you his panels and stuff. The only problem is one of them is very tight, so it doesn't come off that easily. But the other one, you can just jiggle it around and it will easily just pop right off. It doesn't take too much force to pop it off. So let me just grab these, and they're not, both of them are not really that tight, but one of them stays on a lot better than the other. But this guy has a lot of great detail. You can see his silver Decepticon symbol. Really love this one. And you can see how much detail is on this thing. Look at that. It even has one of those hatches that you would probably find on a space shuttle on top. It doesn't open, but it's just a very great detail to have on him. So this is his vehicle mode. So let's move on to his robot mode. Here he is in his robot mode. And I just gotta say, this is an amazing looking figure. Now, of course, he is the repaint of the Cybertron Jetfire. But I just kind of think this looks a whole lot better than the Cybertron Jetfire. But I just like this color scheme a whole lot better. He kind of has the G1S color scheme with the white and red, as you can see. I should have shown you this on his plane mode, but I just had to point it out. He does have the G1S color scheme, except for the purple and red on him. Well, actually not the red, but the purple. But overall, really great looking figure. Now there are some problems I have with this figure in his robot mode. One is his arms. How they did his arms was you push back and you push forward with the turbine things. Okay? Which is not that bad. But sometimes they click out of place when you're trying to situate them and get them into a cool pose. The other thing I don't like is, now again, it's with the weapons, and I just think it's because the pegs are too small or something like that. But they fit very loosely in his hands. Another problem I have with this figure, and it's a really big problem because, as you know, Cybertron has the famous key gimmick thing, which I showed you in his vehicle mode. The only problem is, in his robot mode, it has now become useless. I know I've seen him use it in the show. He has to actually bend over to fire it, which, in my honest opinion, you are not going to be bound. You are not bending over to fire a weapon when you're in a dogfight with a Decepticon. I wouldn't do it because you could be blasted to high heaven when you bend over. So it just doesn't work in his robot mode. In his vehicle mode, it actually works pretty well. You flip it over, he shoots, that's a done deal. But I just wish they could have made it where it would work for both modes. But anyway, I digress. He is an amazing figure, but he does have some problems too, like I pointed out with other stuff. Another problem he has is that right now he stands perfectly well, but when I paused the video to transform him into his robot mode, I had some difficulty posing him, because when you try to center his gravity on like one foot and the other foot's kind of behind him or something like that, into a kneeling pose or something where it looks like he's ready to fight, he's back heavy, and that's because of this huge thing back here. So when you're trying to pose him, he basically goes backwards, and sometimes he'll fall down. Sometimes if you get him just right, he'll stay that way, but it does look like an awkward pose when you pose him in that position. But anyway, he still just looks amazing. He is one of those guys who you have to get. I know he has a lot of flaws to him. He does look great. For my final thoughts on this guy, I'm giving his vehicle mode 8.5, and that's because there was a couple things I did not like with this figure, but he still looks amazing. With his robot mode, I will be giving it, I'll give it an 8, and that's because all the bad things about him, it would have got a 7 or lower, but since I love this figure so much, and he just looks so amazing, you have to give him credit for that at least. So I will be giving him a 8. So this has been Magus, aka Magus Dragon, with another Transformers video review. If you like my reviews, post comments on them, rate it, post comments on my profile, and tell me what you think. You know, tell me how I could improve my videos and all that stuff. So thank you once again, and have a nice day.